Hi, nice to meet you. I'm good.
Great. Okay, tell us a little bit about what you're excited about tonight.
You know, I'm just excited that I got to make it home. You know, I had to leave New York to go back to work, and then I wasn't going to be able to make it back up there, and I realized that I could get in today and come and see Brittany and come and give a shout out to Love Is Louder, and I'll jump on the red eye tonight and go back to work in the morning, but I think it's worth it.
What about the movie made you feel so moved about it that you had to fly across the country to show your support?
I think that all of us who've been getting very active in social media this year have really witnessed a need for a positive example and a positive message. And, you know, I know that countless numbers of us have had conversations about it. And here came Brittany with this beautiful idea that was so simple, but so spot on. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of her movement, and I'm thrilled at the example that it's setting for young people. And you really do. You see a change. You see the force behind it, and it's really beautiful.
And you were saying social media is such a big thing, especially with this movement, but also a lot of teens feel like the bullying has gotten worse because of social media
Absolutely.
and everything. So what kind of words do you have to say to a 17-year-old?
Well, I think it's very interesting. You see the way that social media is exacerbating the problem. You see that kids are getting picked on in new and different ways, and that's why I think that Love Is Louder works so well, because you get to turn it on its head, and you really get to fight back in a positive way. And the whole point behind it is to say, not only that is the love that you get from people louder than the hate that you might be receiving, so clearly you should reach out to those who are good to you, your parents, your friends, your family, your teachers, whoever it is that makes you feel good. Stay connected. But also, I think the reverse of it is very important to remember, that what you put out there, if you give love, that is louder than if you give any kind of hate. A compliment means more and does better for the world than gossiping behind someone's back. And I think that it gets very easy to be negative, and what we're all really trying to do here tonight and in general and every day online is to encourage kids to be positive, to be the light, you know, to be the change.
Definitely. Is there any kind of mantra that you tell yourself when you're receiving negativity or you're having a bad day that you can share with
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have had unbelievably heinous things said to me, and what's odd is, you know, we've talked about how strange it is that you could literally have 1,000 of the loveliest things said to you in a day, and the one that's really nasty is so shocking and it stings so badly, and you have to use it as fuel. You know, you have to look at it, and the sort of thing that I've realized is, if I see that negativity coming at me, and what I hope we can all do when negativity comes at us is, first and foremost, I just say, I'm so sorry for you to that person, and not to them, but in my own brain, it's like, God, I'm really sorry that you're such a sad individual, that you need to attack a person that you don't know, or attack an idea that you're really uneducated about. You know, when people snap at me about what's going on in the environment, I'm like, well, if you read a book or an article, you'd probably agree with me. It's an interesting thing, but I think you have to really feel sorry that someone is so angry that they have to take time out of their day to spread anger, and I think you have to just continue to try to put love out there in the world, because the more of that you do, the more lovely people you have following your example and trying to sort of mimic the message.
Absolutely. So to our readers, you were trying to say, like, flip it around.
Yeah, you've got to. You've got to flip it around, and absolutely it stings. Of course it does. That's human. But, you know, I think one of the greatest things that I've ever heard, and a friend of mine said this to me once, she said, have you ever gone online and said something terrible to someone? Have you ever gone online and posted a nasty comment on someone's dress or on a movie? Or have you ever done that? What normal, well-rounded, secure person takes time out of their day to just be vitriolic to somebody else? Who does that? I mean, you think about it, you don't do it, I don't do it, none of my friends do it, I bet none of your friends do it. It takes a very broken person to willingly throw hate at someone. And so I think if you remember that, it makes it a little easier to really feel sorry for whatever they've gone through that's made them so angry. And it's those people who we want to give love to, who we want to remind that love is louder, that you can turn it around, that you can change it, and you can be something great for people instead of being someone who spreads darkness.
Right. Really, really great message. Okay, last thing. We're kind of having everybody finish our sentence. And the sentence is, love is louder than. So let's take a second and then maybe say that right into the camera.
Love is louder than.
Okay. And then,
ooh.
the big one.
That is a big one. There's so much I want to say.
Yeah.
Love is louder than any hate or any negativity you could encounter in your life. So shout it out and spread it. Take it in, give it out, and be love.
Perfect. Great.